So it's safe to say Burna Boy is cancelled in South Africa. I mean, this is something we knew already, but for some reason they actually brought the whole thing back to our timeline. Now, Chris Brown had his concert in South Africa yesterday, which was a huge success, and for some reason South Africans decided to throw Burna Boy, or actually I don't know how Burna Boy actually came into this conversation though, but they decided to remind Burna Boy that he did not, or his concert in South Africa was a failure. I don't know what this has to do with Burna, but yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to now Burna Boy and South Africans are not cool. I think years ago Burna Boy went back and forth with the likes of AKA and of course South Africa, and so he got himself cancelled. I'm going to give us a little history of what transpired between Burna South Africans and AKA. But yeah, let me read this tweet first. It says, "Dear Burna Boy, you didn't fill up a stadium in South Africa because we don't like you. You lied about your country." Now, how did Burna Boy lie about his country though? I'm kind of confused. Swore at us and tarnished our image. How the Burna Boy tarnished our Africa image? We will never forget how pathetic you are. For now, sit back and watch Chris Brown do what you feel to do. Now, him saying Burna Boy tarnished South Africa or South Africans' image is confusing to me, because the only thing the last time I checked, Burna Boy just went back and forth with AKA, to be specific, and that was because of what that was because of the tweets AKA actually put out there when South Africans were killing Nigeria. Now let me take us back a little. I think around 3-4 years ago, South Africans woke up and decided to start killing Nigeria and stuff like that. And AKA made several tweets around that time. It was a sensitive period of time, right? Now AKA made several tweets, and um the likes of YC, Naira Marley, and of course Burna Boy had to like go back and forth with AKA. They called AKA out for like the tweet he was putting out, there at that period of time. Now YC was big around that time. Burna Boy was really really huge around that time, and himself and AKA been friends for a while. They got this hit out there. I think they dropped the record around 2014 or so. Yeah, although Burna Boy is no stranger to hip hop, Burna Boy has been in the game for a long period of time. But I think he blew up around 4-5 years ago. But he was out there making music. He was already out there. So he did hip hop. He did dancehall. He was really active. So himself and AKA were friends. So when AKA put those tweets out there, Burna Boy had to like see something, right? Because bro, the Nigerians were looking up to Burna at that time, because Burna Boy was the man. He popped off from nowhere, had hit record, won BET awards. He overtook the likes of Davido and Whiskey. So Burna Boy was the main man at that moment. So he had to like actually say something. So these are some of the tweets AKA put out there around that time, and it was just a sensitive period of time. Even though AKA meant no harm, I don't know if he meant any harm, because it's actually it actually looked like AKA never liked Nigerians, like right from time, because of some of the tweets he actually put out there once in a while. I think Casper once said he wished he was Nigerian. AKA had to like go back and forth with Casper regarding that tweet, something like that. This particular tweet also, excuse me, of AK reacting to a football match between Nigeria and South Africa, where AK said we should have lost to Egypt rather than Nigeria. It's a hard pill to swallow, man. We keep on losing to Nigeria in every way. I'm hot, man. This match was bigger than football. So even though AK was reacting to a football match, he always says he's always out there saying one or two things about Nigeria, right? So they had to bring everything back when he actually made those tweets around that time. Yeah, so I'm going to play a video of, or a little documentary on what transpired between Burna, AKA, and South African, so we get like a proper understanding of what went down. So this is like a documentary, guys. So let's see.
This Burna Boy and AKA situation that happened. I've noticed that it's getting a lot of attention on social media. A lot of people are quick to pick sides, and it's creating a lot of division within Africa, obviously, because anybody that comes from Nigeria will most probably support Burna Boy because of patriotism, and a lot of people from South Africa are obviously going to support AKA. Now, not long ago, South Africa has received a lot of global attention because there's been a string of xenophobic attacks specifically towards Nigerians as well as other African refugees. And one thing a lot of people didn't expect is for this tension to somehow find its way into African hip hop. Now, for a lot of people, like myself included, this beef kind of took us by surprise since a lot of us thought of Burna Boy and AKA as friends. Maybe not best friends or anything, but maybe they had a type of cool relationship with one another. This is probably because of their hit single from 2014, All Eyes on Me, which was obviously a huge success. So obviously in support of his Nigerian brothers in South Africa, Burna Boy was quick to turn to social media to express his distaste and anger towards South Africa, and someone who was caught in the crossfire was AKA. A Nigerian rapper by the name of YC brought up allegations against AKA, stating that the rapper was xenophobic towards Nigerians specifically. This caught the attention of Burna Boy, and he told the whole world that he's against AKA and anyone who's affiliated with him. Now, I'm not gonna go through
Nah,
all
nah, nah, nah. I think he actually got it wrong. I think he actually got it wrong, but yeah.
his tweets. If you want to see those, you can search them online. But basically, the gist of what he said was that if he sees AKA again, be it in Nigeria or South Africa, basically on site without hesitation. Burna Boy also claimed that he was boycotting South Africa in all performances and all collaborations with South African artists, and this also caused a number of Nigerians to express their distaste for AKA. Now, the statements that AKA made that angered Burna Boy and YC were regarding South Africa's loss in the AFCON quarterfinals earlier this year to Nigeria. On Twitter, AKA said how he hates losing to Nigeria because it's something that happens often.
Now, regarding what he's actually saying at the moment, yeah, pardon me, I had to like cut him off. Now, AKA made those tweets when he was reacting to a football match earlier on before the whole attack was happening on, the whole madness actually started. Now, when AKA made those tweets, it was like years ago. They had to like bring it back up when AKA, or when it actually looked like AKA was endorsing, the killing of Nigerians by South Africans. So these were two different times. AKA like wasn't out there tweeting about soccer or a football match when South Africans were killing Nigerians, though he made those tweets, a while ago before all those things started. Now I'm going to take us to the tweets AKA made around that sensitive period of time. So yeah, let's proceed.
Burna took this personally, and now that caused the beef that we have today. Now,
Nah, that's
something a
not
lot
what
of
caused
South
the beef.
Africans are saying about Burna Boy is that they feel disappointed in him and his words because it really seems like AKA's anger was specifically regarding a sports match. On Twitter, AKA said that South Africa and
Nah, it wasn't
Nigeria.
a sports match. All right, I'm sorry guys, I have to cut him off. Let's go back to the tweet and see what's up. Now, these are the tweets AKA made when he was reacting to the football match, right? Now, he said we should have lost to Egypt rather than Nigeria. It's a hard pill to swallow, man. We keep losing to Nigeria in every way. I'm hot, man. This match was bigger than football, the biggest rivalry on the continent. Why do we always have to lose against Nigeria at everything? I'm fucking gutted. Now, anyone who sees these tweets would actually understand this person is just reacting to a soccer match. So like, there's nothing wrong with this tweet. AKA, yeah, it's no news. AKA is a fan of football. He's also a Manchester United fan. He has a Manchester United tattoo on his arm. I was following AKA back then. I actually fuck with AKA. I really liked him and his music and everything, and also because he's a Manchester United fan, just like myself. When Man United were actually suffering, we had this terrible season. AKA was out there ranting. He was posting. He was always posting. It was fun, right? So he was reacting to a football match. Now, these other tweets y'all seeing on your screen right now. Now, this is YC going back and forth with AKA. Now, these other tweets y'all are seeing right now. We can say Africa unites all we want. We need real practical solutions to fight xenophobia. This whole narrative is crazy. Yes, we condemn xenophobic attacks, yeah, but further dividing us is not going to be a solution. Cancel us then. Now, AKA reacted to this particular tweet in Nigeria and actually made. He said, yeah, South African artists are cancelled. Stop asking our industry for favors. So in Nigeria, and actually made that statement around that time, and AKA responded by saying, cancel us then. We'll stay here in Santon and suffer. So now these series of tweets are the tweets AKA made around the time the whole xenophobic attack was going on. So two different times, right? So shout out to whoever made this video, but I don't think he got this right. But yeah, shout out to him though. Let's go.
Are the biggest rivalry on the continent, a sibling rivalry because they're brothers and sisters, and that his comments made towards Nigeria were taken out of context, basically trying to calm the situation at hand and show that he isn't a xenophobic person. Personally, I believe AKA when he says that his comments were taken out of context and that what he said on Twitter were just tweets made in the heat of the moment. I mean, we've all seen people do crazy things when their favorite team loses to a longtime rival. But at the same time, I can also understand why people would believe that he is xenophobic towards Nigerians, considering that earlier this year when Casper Nyovest stated that he wishes he was Nigerian, aka was one of the first people to snap on him and tell him how disrespectful what he said was towards South Africa. And not just that,
But
but
is
one
Casper saying he wished he was Nigerian disrespectful to South Africa in any way? I'm just trying to understand. Now, this is what I mean when I said something like AK has only said one or two things about Nigerians in one way or the other. And when that xenophobic attack was going on and when he made those tweets, they had to bring everything back up. Because back then when he was making those tweets talking about Nigeria, hate losing to Nigeria, attacking Casper, no one ever said anything though. Everyone was like cool with it until the xenophobic attack happened and AKA like who has a very big voice came out and was endorsing it. It wasn't cool at all. Like then Nigerians were like, okay, we finally see that this guy doesn't like us. So it's some crazy stuff when you think about it, right?
thing people also need to remember is that in AKA's career, he's lost out on 2 BET awards. The first one being to Davido, a fellow Nigerian rapper, and the second one
Davido is not a rapper, he's an Afrobeat artist. So yeah, Davido is not a rapper.
Burna Boy. Now for
And
the
it's
time,
funny, he actually said AKA lost 2 BET awards to Burna Boy and Davido. So I understand his pain, honestly, but I don't think that's the reason he's actually going back and forth with Nigerians, or he had to like endorse xenophobic attacks on Nigeria. Why do South Africans even hate Nigerians though? I asked this question a few days ago. No one actually gave me a concrete reason. But the reason why South Africans actually hate Nigerians that much is something I would never understand, because Nigerians don't really be bothering anyone, honestly. And entertainment wise, Nigerians are winning. They're out there dominating, bro. Like we have about 100 artists doing good at the same time. So we don't even have time to hate on anybody. Let me keep it real with y'all. Nigeria will literally go Burna, David, and Whiskey. Like that's enough. But still, we got the likes of Ashake, we got the likes of Thames, we got the likes of, bro. Like I can go on and on and on. Like bro, like come to our new generation. Rema, Ashake, of course. Omale is there. But like we are eating good. So Nigerians don't hate on anybody for real, for real. So I don't understand where the hatred is coming from. You know, recently we saw Chidima contesting for like Mr. Africa, and it brought this whole drama. God, I bet. So I'm trying to understand why South Africans dislike Nigeria or hate Nigeria that much. Honestly,
time being, AKA seems to keep reminding people that what he said wasn't xenophobic toward Nigerian citizens in South Africa and that he doesn't promote any violence towards them, and claiming that he has nothing to apologize for. And I also just wanted to say props to AKA, because a lot of the times in hip hop, if a rapper comes at you and says something disrespectful to you,
a shout out to AK, man. I actually fucked with him back then, like heavy, no cap, no cap, no cap, no cap. But yeah, back to the tweets. Back to the tweets. I'm trying to see the tweets Burna actually made in response to AKA that actually led to his cancellation in South Africa. And I don't understand why. I know what's funny. I don't understand why South Africa has actually cancelled Burna Boy though. Someone came for his country and he was like going back and forth with that person, and yeah, I'll cancel him. It's crazy, man. It's something I will never understand. Alright, so Burna Boy-AKA, let's see what's up. And I know what's crazy. When AKA passed away, Burna Boy actually made this tribute. I'm going to play it right now, so we see that he made like a 1 minute freestyle, or no, it wasn't up to 1 minute, but it was like a freestyle. He dedicated it to AKA. So let's play it and see.
Fuck is all of that about? I just heard he died. Seen that video at the restaurant. Took me out of a positive mood. Took me back to that day when you saw my gun and you said I was wild. Then I told you should have one too. Cause it weren't like niggas wasn't dying, but I thought.
Alright, that's crazy.
And I ain't really fuck with you, but I didn't want you dead. It was like that with me and you. Wicked. I hope they catch whoever did you wicked. Hope you rest in peace, even though we ain't kick it. End of the day with some grown ass niggas.
Now this freestyle was really short, but you actually get the message. At the end of the day, I feel like they had like mutual respect for each other. I mean, they were once friends. They were two real niggas, outspoken niggas. Actually, they are the type of people who go out there and say their mind whenever, like at any point. They are both like straightforward. Burna is like that, AK is like that. So you would understand why they had to like clash at the end of the day when their countries, had this clash. AKA was trying to support his country, but I just feel like, bro, AKA just put out those tweets at the very wrong time. But at the end of the day, I feel like he was trying to speak up for his country, and Burna Boy was actually doing the same thing. But at the end of the day, they had mutual respect for each other. There's this interview out there of AKA speaking on his current relationship with Burna. I'm going to play that video right after this. But yeah, what Burna Boy actually said on this freestyle is crazy. It said something like, I ain't really fuck with you, but I didn't want you dead. It was like that with me and you. So even though himself and AKA was not on good terms, like he didn't want him dead, right? Yeah, and he also said something about what AKA saw his gun back then, and AKA was like, yo bro, you wild. And it was like, get one too, my nigga. So yeah, gangster shit, right? G shit. At the end of the day, they were both like solid niggas. So yeah, sad stuff. Now this is a little interview of AKA speaking on his current relationship with Burna before he passed away. So let's see what's up.
Are you safe in Nigeria?
Say what?
Are you safe in Nigeria?
Dude, I'm super mega. I'm safe everywhere in the world, bro. What you talking about? Am I safe? What kind of question is that?
Bro, when was the last time you spoke to Burna Boy?
AKA wasn't safe in Nigeria, I understand. It's not like they were going to harm him, though. It's not like they were going to... They might. Them not say it's not like they were going to harm him. Like, you never really know. I mean, after those tweets and those back and forth, if AKA had come to Nigeria, we just never... I mean, it's going to like have a lot of security, but bro, like I don't think it was a good idea, or it would even be a good idea for AKA to come to Nigeria after all that tweets he made when they were killing Nigerians. It's going to be crazy.
Nigeria?
Dude, I'm super mega. I'm safe everywhere in the world, bro. What you talking about? Am I safe? What kind of question is that?
Bro, when was the last time you spoke to Burna Boy?
Oh man, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, yeah.
Was the vibe a bit different from?
Oh
from
yeah,
what
man.
saw
You
on
know, it
Twitter?
was just like, all right, whatever, man. Boom, 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 whatever. Do what you got to do. Da, da, da. But I'm very happy to it was never about anything personal.
Yeah.
I just don't like people talking shit about my country.
Now, when did Burna say anything about South Africans, though? The last time I checked, it was AKO actually made those tweets and Burna Boy responded. So, when did Burna ever say anything about South Africans?
Is that
Public
simple?
protector.
Is that simple?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
people were talking about there's a genocide in South Africa,
Okay.
about Tiwa Savage, and people talking about they killing our people.
Okay.
It was bullshit. It was cap.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I have to take that on my back...
How was
people
it cap, though? I mean, what's AKA saying? Is it trying to say, like, the xenophobic attacks were, like, cap or what? Like, it wasn't real? Bro, like, what's AKA saying?
Crucify me first, then fuck it.
Yeah.
But
Whatever.
But
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I've always been curious. Was your relationship dope before that Twitter
I
conversation?
mean, we hadn't
or-
spoken a bit before that either,
Yeah.
but you know, this thing of like artists have to be like best friends is very
It's not a
weird
thing.
to me.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to be besties. So, I mean, congratulations, wish him all the best. Grammy winner, amazing.
Yeah.
Love his music.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I'm just a fan of Burna Boy.
Yeah, for
I might
sure.
not be fan of him right now.
Yeah.
At least I can still be a fan.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
cool. It's no problem.
I guess that's a question because of how tight the relation was.
Yeah, I
And
mean
the
there was a
impact.
time where, but you know, are you tight with the same people you
Nah,
were tight with
nah.
4 or 5 years ago?
AK was just talking the shit stuff like that. He was talking that talk, of course. But yeah, like I don't know. He said a few things I don't agree with. But yeah, shout out to the man, AK. Rest in peace to the OG. At the end of the day, he's a legend of the game. You know, AK is a legend of the game, regardless how you feel about him. But yeah, back to Burna Boy, and back to what's happening today. Like I said, South Africans are on the snake. I think Burna Boy responded though. Burna Boy responded to all the tweets going on. Let me see if I can pull up what he said. So Burna Boy made this tweet recently. He said, I was in South Africa last year and I had 100,000 of the most beautiful South Africans outside for me. So no dead agenda can agenda. I will see you again real soon, South Africa. Okay. Now. The Burna Boy is saying, yo, you niggas is out there capping. I was literally in South Africa last year and bro, like 100,000 of y'all actually pulled up to my event. And that's crazy though. I never knew Burna was in South Africa last year. Let me see. All the truth and reasons for the cancellation of Burna Boy South Africa FNB Stadium concert that was supposed to hold tomorrow. It wasn't about ticket sales anyway, but the promoters were scammed and didn't pay vendors for the production of the show. So let's check out this video. But the last time I checked, Burna Boy has actually had successful shows and concerts in South Africa. So
Then accused CFO Burna Boy will no longer be performing this Sunday, 23 September, and the scandal behind the cancellation. Ticket Pro is already posting how to get your refund for your tickets if you've bought one, but this isn't about them. This is about Ternary Media Group, which involves two people, Sid Nwachukwu and a guy called Greg Wings. Mr. Wings is apparently the chief financial officer. CFO Hot Wings has accused CEO Sid of stealing money that was meant for vendors and suppliers and has kicked him out of the company. But CEO Sid denied any wrongdoing and then accused CFO Streetwise of stealing the money. In fact, their company is now accusing CFO Dunked Wings of opening bank accounts, collecting over 6,000 tickets, having them printed and collected by him at Ticket Pro, and none of the funds for those tickets have been recovered. Apparently, CFO Zinger Wings opened those bank accounts and Ticket Pro has confirmed he was the only individual who could pick up those tickets. Only CFO Boxmeal could have done this because he was the only contact with Ticket Pro and the suppliers and the stadium. CFO Boxmeal was in South Africa pocketing the cash while CEO Sid was in the USA. According to CEO Sid.
Alright, what this dude is trying to say is yo, Burna Boy show or concert wasn't cancelled because of low ticket sales. It was cancelled due to the fact that the promoters actually got scammed. It had nothing to do with Burna Boy not being able to fill up the stadium, type shit. And at this point, I expect Burna to be able to fill up basically anywhere he wants to. Bro, it's Burna Boy we're talking about. Let's be serious here. It's Burna Boy we're talking about. So look at this particular post from 2022. Burna Boy sells out 100,000 capacity. This is I'm not sure how this is supposed to be pronounced. Kalami Grand Prix circuit as the headliner of DSTV Delicious Festival in Sandton, South Africa. So yeah, there's a video of Burna Boy performing at one of his concerts in South Africa. Bro, mind you, 100,000 capacity. He also performed to 90,000 people at Flow Festival. I think in Finland. So Burna Boy already did like 100,000 capacity in South Africa before. That was in 2022. 2024, Burna is bigger than it was 2022. So it only makes sense that Burna will be able to actually do the same thing. Not even the same thing, more this time around in South Africa. So yeah, Burna can literally do whatever the fuck he wants to do. So I think this whole thing is false. You didn't fill up stadium in South Africa because we don't like you, blah, 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 blah. Ticket sales were down. Nah, I think that's false. But yeah, the fact that South Africans don't like him I don't know. I mean we all know online is different from the internet is different from real life. Personally, I wouldn't want Bonner to even go to South Africa to perform because I'm not sure it's safe due to what I'm seeing on the internet. But if Bonner is feeling like he's good, okay, cool. You know, if he's even gonna go out there and perform, his security will be really, really tight. I mean, we saw what South Africans did to AKA, who's even their own artist. So, bro, that's some scary shit. Honestly, that's something. That's some scary shit to be honest. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, I guess I'll keep you all updated with the whole thing. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, kindly hit that subscribe button, and you know the vibes now. Stay tuned. Yeah, stay blessed. But before I go, let me see. Let me try and read some comments. Still waiting for when one South African artist will fill that stadium. Learn to support your artist before you come here and tweet nonsense. Well, bro, it seems like the stadium they're talking about, even South African artists can't even feel it. Bro, that's crazy. He can still make money without performing in South Africa. God is for all of us, of course. Add that to the fact he disrespected the dead. So most people are saying, or South Africans believe Burna Boy actually disrespected AKA when he passed with the tribute he made. Now, personally, I literally reacted to the tributes just a few minutes ago. I don't think that tribute was disrespectful, bro. He literally said even though they were not on good terms, he didn't want to see him die. He hoped they catch whoever killed him. So how is that disrespectful? The internet is some crazy place, man. Everybody. I feel like everybody's in their own world. Everybody understands different things differently, and it's crazy. And the internet is where we get to see all of this thing. If open your internet every day, go online every day, you see different kind of human being, different ways of, bro. Like you even be surprised. You sometimes you be like, do humans really think like this? It's crazy. It's crazy, honestly. The internet be showing us a lot of stuff basically every single day. But yeah. Alright guys, I'm just gonna stop here, man. So I'll keep you updated. Peace.